Okay, next on the list, we have James Owen Brown. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
That's me.
All right, that's you. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you clearly. And go ahead and tell everyone where you're joining us from.
Cool. I am in Niagara Falls, Ontario.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
And I
And
am
today,
buried in 100 feet of snow.
oh, is it that much snow there today?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
Okay.
bad
Oh,
here.
man. Really? So it's cold. Okay, so I hope you got your heater on so that
Absolutely.
Okay, okay. So the name of the poem you're sharing with us today is Superheroes, correct?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So go ahead and read your poem. I'll mute myself and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay. We idolize fictitious messiahs and fraudulent gods from pulp pages, and we call them super. We call them heroes, but are they real? No. Just the meanderings of overactive imaginations that never dug deep enough to discover the private and personal crime fighters of everyday life. So turn the page, close the book, put it down. All the superheroes are dead. They don't have beating hearts. They never existed to begin with, but heroes. Everyday heroes are alive and all around us. Not as Peter Parkers or Clark Kents. They don't wear red capes. They sport blue collars and go by names like Mother. Now, my mother wasn't Wonder Woman, but that's not to say that she wasn't a wondrous woman. She was no daredevil, no man without fear. She was no X-Man, but X marked the spot of my heart. She loved me. She didn't need X-ray vision to see my world was in trouble. The X factor was that she prepared me for my alpha flight, lassoed me with truth, and raised me to be a Wolverine. Without that ability to heal myself, I was just Logan. But she gave me claws and super strength to believe in the abilities I possess, no matter how regular or Doctor Strange they may be. See, superheroes can't tuck you in at night, can't wipe cold sweat from the creased brows of children who fear their dreams. With great power comes great responsibility. Mothers don't just give us our name or submarine us in their thoughts when they know the mystique of the juggernauts and the marvels of this adamantium gambit. They know that villains exist. And in black suits, they spread their venom to create carnage, doomsday to a Superman who isn't coming back, the bane of our existence. And this is our nightfall. These Mr. Sinisters and Doctors of Doom use cloak and dagger techniques to create their vision of black widows, red skulls, and green goblins with scorpion tails that scream from between the panels, just sentinels and new warriors for their Deadpool. Our parents never changed clothes in phone booths. We put our lights in the dark night sky for them, and they arrived like thunder every time and saved us before the Flash could, fast. Before our summer blockbuster could cross over into just another clone saga. See, we need our Aunt May's, Mary Jane's, Betty Brant's, Lois Lane's, Pa Kent's, Uncle Ben's, J. Jonah, Jameson's, Pepper Potts, Betsy Ross. I could keep going. There's lots. Alfred, Commissioner Gordon, Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, Gwen Stacy, Liz Osborne. It all gets kind of boring, and they may not be fantastic. But when you feel like an invisible thing, they will light up like a human torch, stretch their arms around you, and it's clobbering time for anyone in their way. So don't expect me to wait on a savior with radioactive DNA. I will not rest what rogue hope is left on a fictional phoenix rising from the gray, or a storm of jubilance from the abyss. These figments of overblown, exaggerated imagination can't carry the incredible bulk of the iron fist of indifference in this world. But my mother could. See, we don't need make-believe superpowers to help us heal. We just need to believe that ordinary people can do extraordinary things.
Great, good job. That was beautiful. That was very dynamic. It was how you just incorporate like before. I mean, your poetry incorporates so many different facets. You know, you're talking about all of these different, you know, you're staying on theme, first of all. So you're talking about all the different superhero movies, the superheroes, anything superhero that we've seen in media, you've captured it in comparison to the real superhero, which is our parents or your mother. And I love that. And then you put that throughout, like reminding us who the real superhero is. And I loved how you pieced it all together. I thought that was beautiful. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it was strong. Threatening my love for the superheroes, telling me they're not real. Come on now, no, I'm playing. But I loved how you tied in, loved how you tied in all the Marvel and DC into your real life, all the fictional to the real. It was great intertwine of those two, and it was not just the names, but I noticed you actually tied in some details to the actual characters themselves, and that was impressive as well. But it makes me envy your pronunciation, how fast you could say all those names. I'm like, what? It's
Practice,
wow.
practice, practice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's amazing. So tell everyone, you said practice, practice, practice. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been kind of forever. Like I've been since I found Shel Silverstein in like grade 3. I was always tinkering with words on some level, and whether it was hip hop or poetry. And then I found Poetry Slam along the way, and kind of, saw what some of the other poets were doing, and was like, wow, like I don't know anything about poetry at all. It was like a whole new world
Right.
of everybody and their styles and doing their own thing. And so yeah, you just kind of take like, oh, I want to, the first one I saw like that, somebody took all the different candies and did the same kind of thing. They were going to have a baby Ruth, and it was going to cost $100 grand or what, lines like that. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to do that. I want to try
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's great. And that's great to hear how you developed your style. That's amazing. Yeah,
Yep.
it's definitely a great style.
Thank you.
And it's very, very, very well done how you capture that. Yeah, good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing.
Cheers. Thanks for hosting.
All right, thank you. Okay.